You're right, lads, welcome to On The Bench LFC. So I'm going live with this video. There's a lot to talk about really in this one, even though I don't want it to be too long. Obviously we've got the game against Chelsea on Saturday where they come to Anfield. So I'm going to be talking about some key points going into that game, my score prediction, my team prediction. Obviously you can tell from the title of this and the thumbnail that it's going to be about Alberto Moreno, because all I see on social media at the moment is drop Alberto Moreno, drop Henderson, drop this, drop that, and then I see people arguing about that, saying, no, you can't drop Alberto Moreno, it'd be the end of his career and stuff. So I'm just going to give my views on it in this video, and then I'll get to some of your guys' comments towards the end and see what you guys got to say in this one as well. If you're not able to watch this live and you are watching it back, don't forget, leave a thumbs up on the video for me, guys, and also leave your comments in the comment section down below. I'll read your comments, I'll reply to you. Get your views on the situation as well. Just because you can't watch it live doesn't mean you can't have your say, as always, guys. Just want to quickly say as well, massive thank you to everyone that's been subscribed to the channel recently. The support is still going. My target is 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, and I'm very, very close. So I want to say thank you, lads, thank you, ladies, whoever it is that's subscribing. You're all legends, you all know that. It's all your original lot. I have nothing more to say. I've told you so many times, you lot are absolute top draw. You're always on fine form and you support this channel from day one. So massive, massive thank you. So I've got all that out the way, said all my thank yous, told you what the video is going to be about. So let's start with Alberto Moreno, shall we? Obviously, he had a shocker, didn't he, guys, right? But for me personally, the second half of that game against Sevilla, I didn't look at any Liverpool player and thought, you know what? You stood out in that half. You did well still. You did, I generally do think that it's a little bit harsh when people are saying you've got to drop Alberto Moreno. Yes, he did have a stinker. He really did, but he's been really good and he's been consistent this year, which is one of the main things that I feel about Liverpool at the moment is a lack of consistency. So I generally do feel that by taking Moreno out of the team, are you going to get that consistency then by playing Robertson? Because it'll be Robertson or Milner that comes in. A lot of shouts for Robertson to play at left back. Against Chelsea, he hasn't been playing. He hasn't had game time. He's not going to be sharp. He's not going to have the full match fitness that he should have. So I don't think we should go with Robertson. Then there's shouts for James Milner to play at left back, which obviously James Milner come on and replace Moreno. James Milner wants to play as more of a midfielder this year. He doesn't want to play at left back role. He said he hated it, but he would still do that. Don't get me wrong, if Jurgen Klopp said, Milner, you're starting this game, you're going to be my left back for this one against Chelsea, or I just want you to be strong there, not over adventurous. But on the other hand, stick with Alberto Moreno. I really do think there's a lot of people saying it will end his career. If Jurgen Klopp drops Moreno for this one, his time at Liverpool will be up. I don't mean it will end his career fully. I mean his career at Liverpool will be over, because obviously he had that shocker against Sevilla just before he had the long spell out at Liverpool. Then he had the long time out. He couldn't get back in, and then next minute he comes back in this year and just starts to perform, and we know Alberto Moreno can perform, So I generally do think that if we do that again, then bye-bye Moreno. I think that's it. I think he'll be gone, I don't think that he will personally recover from that. It's just one game, lads. It is one game. And I wasn't happy with anyone. I think the main reason a lot of people were talking about Moreno being the worst player is because he was at fault for the penalty, a free kick, caught out of position a few times. But then on the other end, you've got to look at the team as a whole in that one. That game against Seville, I'm still bitter about it. Even though it was a draw, I still am bitter because I felt Liverpool should have controlled that game in the second half. We should have just saw out and got the 3 points or got the victory. So I don't want to just look at Moreno and go, you were shocking. I don't want to look at Joe Gomez and go, you was caught out of position a few times. Joe Gomez did good as well. Henderson, people are calling for him to be dropped for the game against Chelsea. But, you drop these players, guys, and you're going to lose consistency as well. You're not going to bring a player in that hasn't played every single game or whatever, or isn't playing regularly, and expect them to be consistent as well. It just doesn't work like that. We can't drop out more than one or two players, because then you're losing that flow. Adam Lallana didn't feature against Seville. So does Adam Lallana come in against Chelsea? For me, I think he does. I don't know why he's not been featuring. I don't know whether it's Klopp's looking at him and going, I don't want to ruin him. He would have probably come on against Sevilla if we were still sitting 3-0, 70 odd minutes. 75 minutes, we would have probably seen it. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen anything about Lallana. I don't know whether there's still a niggle there. I don't know whether there's a worry or not. But for me, Lallana will feature in this one. I said against Seville as well that obviously Chamberlain coming on late. Why was he brought on so late? I don't like it when Klopp brings on someone really late towards the end like that. And I thought Chamberlain could have got more game time in that one. But against Chelsea, does Chamberlain start? He may well do. I mean, Mo Salah got brought off in the game midweek, so he's going to start this one for definite, you know. And then you're looking at Mane. Mane looked absolutely shattered towards the end of the game. Does Mane start this one against Chelsea? I think Klopp's going to want to play a strong team, but we've got a busy period coming up now. So you've also got to look at a squad rotation thing, which then that's where also I'm saying, does Moreno drop from this game? I don't think you should, because I think there's other players that need to have a bit of a rest. You've got to remember Mane's just come back from injury, so for me, playing him too much could aggravate that. So I'm saying that I wouldn't personally have Mane start this one. I'd play Ox out there on the wing, or play Coutinho out there on the wing. You know, drop Mane, bring Mane on as a super sub. Having someone like Mane come on from the bench later in the game against Chelsea will be a good shout in my opinion. It will be a threat that we can bring on that can really change the game if we need it. It's going to be a tough game. Even though we're at Anfield, Chelsea, we all know their qualities. We all know the players that they've got. We all know that we don't have the best of luck against Chelsea. They seem to nick points from Liverpool, don't they? So we don't want to see that. We can't afford to have that. And if Liverpool don't get the win against Chelsea on the weekend, after that, obviously dropping points in midweek, everyone is going to be uproaring about Liverpool Football Club yet again, which that's going to really kick the boys' confidence. I don't know how we're going to build on the confidence levels at the moment and the mentality at Liverpool. Yeah, funnily enough, I spoke after the game and I said it's got to be a mentality thing for me. Jurgen Klopp come out and said there's nothing wrong with the boys' mentality. Right? There is. I don't agree with Jurgen Klopp on that. He's a fantastic manager. I don't have many bad things to say about Jurgen Klopp, but he's just trying to protect the lads in that sense, which that's not saying anything bad about Jurgen Klopp. Of course he's got to do that. If he turns around and says their mentality is rubbish, that's just going to make their mentality even worse. So he is just protecting the lads with that one, guys, and we've got to look at that. I know I've seen a few people say, oh yeah, Klopp's blind and all that. He's not blind. He's not going to openly come out and say they're rubbish, their mentality is rubbish. You know, he can't afford to do that because that's just going to make things worse. So, you know, when I look at it like that, I definitely think there's a mentality problem. I definitely think Liverpool need a spine, which that brings us back to, obviously, the transfer window. We're not far off it now, so if we can get to that and still be within contention of the top four, then obviously we need to get in a couple of people, you know. So I do feel that it's a catch-22 at the moment when it comes to you haven't played bad, you haven't played well, so we're subbing you off. Jurgen Klopp's got to be really careful with what he does as well, because you could look at the whole team in that second half against Seville and say, well, none of them deserve to start on the weekend, you know. But they did have a fantastic first half. So I'm trying to weigh it up, guys. I'm trying to juggle it up. And we are going to see rotation from some players as well. I expect James Milner to come into this one against Chelsea. Like I say, for me, I wouldn't drop Moreno anyway. But does Joe Gomez start this one again? Trent and Gomez seems to take it in turns, don't they? So I'm looking at it. Mignolet's going to come back in goal, right? Mignolet will be our goalkeeper. Then I think you're going to see Trent come back in at right back. Probably will be Lovren and Klavan. And then I'm going to say that Klopp's going to stick with Moreno, because to kick him in the teeth and bring him off is only going to make things worse there. So I think he'd go with that one as well. Also, it's the same with the centre-backs. They kept clean sheet against Southampton. Then they had a shocking second half, you know, against Seville. But like I say, time and time again, I'm going to say it in this video, the whole team didn't do well in that second half for me. So, you know, I think Klopp's going to stick with them two as well. There is a shout for me, if we're going to play Trent at right back, to play Gomez alongside Lovren in this one. Maybe I'd like to see that happen, but I don't think Klopp will go with that one. Midfield, does Henderson start this one? A lot of people say no. I think Klopp's going to keep his captain, because after having a bad game, I don't think he's going to want to pull him out, because a lot of people are jumping on him as well. I don't know, Klopp's very stubborn, and he's very good at man management, so I think he's going to probably keep Henderson in this one. But then I think he's going to go with James Milner as right midfielder in this one personally, and then probably Emre Can. We're playing against Chelsea. They have got good attacking players, so they want to have two holding midfielders in this one. So I think it will be Emre Can and Henderson there. You could easily see, if Coutinho plays in midfield, you could easily see Henderson drop out and Can come in for this one. Keep Wijnaldum in the team. Lallana may start this one. There's a few options there, but Lallana hasn't started yet. He hasn't featured. So does he bring him in a big game against Chelsea? I don't know. Maybe a substitute appearance for me. Like I said, I think Klopp's going to rotate the front three. I think he's got to because of the amount of games that we got. So I think Ox starts this one. Plays either side of the wing. Daniel Sturridge may start this one instead of Firmino. And I think he's going to go with Salah anyway, guys. I think why would you take Salah out of it? Salah didn't get a goal against Seville, but he's our player on form. So I can't see Jurgen Klopp dropping him unless he really has to. Interestingly, did any of you guys see when they got that final goal against Seville? There's a video footage of Salah's reaction to it on the bench. You got to feel for him, you know, like he worked his socks off in that game, and yeah, a lot of the players did. You can't say that they didn't try hard because you could see how knackered they was towards the end, but it just wasn't our game, was it? So I'm looking now towards the Chelsea game on Saturday, and I've got to say we got to go into this one full guns blazing. The tactics recently have shown that we're not overcommitting, which, yeah, that's good. I like that. I don't like it when we're running too many players forwards because then we get hit on the counter. And Chelsea are really good when it comes to that. So if there's space, Chelsea will utilise that, you know. So we've got to be careful with that. We've got to hold the shape, which is why I'm saying that Liverpool should go with 2 holding midfielders. That will help that. But when I'm looking at it as well, there's a lot of talk about Liverpool can only play one way, in a sense. We either full out attack, we can't hold, we can't sit back deep, you know. So I don't see Liverpool parking the bus like what people are going. Liverpool need to learn to park the bus. I don't think we need to learn to park the bus, but what we need to learn to do is hold the ball, kill the game off by outpassing the other team. Now, the players that Liverpool have got are more than capable of that. But if you're going to do that, say if we're against Chelsea, right, and we're 2 goals up at half time, and we want to hold that in the second half. One, the mentality is going to be rubbish because the lad's going to be thinking back to Seville and going, oh, we can't hold this 2-goal lead. 2, we need to keep that left and right back. They need to tuck in, they need to sit back, go with 2 holding midfielders sitting just in front of the defence. And then let the front 3 or 4, whatever, play their game up top. Just say, we're going to hold shape, you're going to drop back in, but when you get the ball, it's down to you guys. If you can break on them and get a goal, that's down to you. I don't want to see an overcommitting thing. Do I think Liverpool could go up against Chelsea or be 2 goals up against Chelsea at half time? I'm not too sure. But I do think that still, it depends who plays, but I do still think that Liverpool have got more than enough strength in the squad to take Chelsea on Saturday. I really do believe that. They've just played in the Champions League as well. So it's not like there's a disadvantage for Liverpool that we played in midweek, because they have as well. So it's going to be even. It's at Anfield, so I picked Liverpool to take this one. I think it's going to be 3-2 to Liverpool. I think that we're going to see goals in this one. The way Liverpool conceded 3 goals in the second half against Seville was shocking. But also, like I say, the mentality is going to play a big part in that, because they're going to be, even if we're 2 goals up, they're going to be thinking we could still draw this game or lose this game. So I think Chelsea are going to score a couple of goals against Liverpool. I do think they will, but I'm hoping Liverpool can get 3 goals again in this game and, you know, not let Chelsea come back in it like they did Seville. I think they've got to learn from the Sevilla game and say, if we are a goal up or 2 goals up, we're shutting up shop, you know, which they've got to do, but in a Liverpool kind of way. Not in a park the bus, because we can't do that. We ain't got the personnel for that. But they do need to say we need to hold shape and keep back and pass it round at the back and just wear them out, you know, and then hit them on the counter, because that's the way Liverpool need to play with the players that we've got. That's the only way I think we can see out a game. So why not do it, you know? I want to know what you guys think on the whole situation. Are you feeling a little bit better after the Sevilla game? Are you looking at it now like, well, at least we got a draw. All we've got to do now is win our last game and we're through. Interestingly as well, though, guys, something that I read today which actually has made me think about, and I want to bring it up to you guys. Do Liverpool really want to win the group? Of course we do, but being all honesty, if we win the group, we could actually come up against some really serious teams. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. There's other teams in that fray as well that could finish second in their group, which means maybe if Liverpool did finish second in the group, then, you know, it might not be the be-all and end-all, but of course we need to beat them to make sure that we qualify. So, yeah, it's just something that I've read today and I thought that's actually interesting. Even if we win the group, we could come up against a serious competitor for the Champions League. So I just want to bring that up to you guys just in case you wasn't aware of that. And I want to get your views on that as well. Before I go to the comments, I want to say something I want to do on this channel in the future, guys. I want some of you guys to try out for the channel, right? Now, if I put that in a more of an easier term for you to understand. I want to get some of you guys sending me videos, right? So you're going to upload a video to YouTube, but make it so it's like private, if you know what I mean, so people can't see it. Talking about something related to Liverpool, and then you're going to send me the link for it. I'll have a look at it. If I like it, then I will download it and I'll upload it on the bench, and you will get a feature on the bench LFC. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, you want to get your views across, you're going to have to keep the video to around the 10-minute mark, because I can't go on forever with it, you know. But yeah, if any of you guys want to do that, get a video done, whether you're using your phone or whether you've got a webcam and a mic or whatever. However it is, just make sure the quality is as good as you can possibly get it. Make sure to leave a comment on this video saying that you're looking to do that or whatever, and let's see what you guys have got. I want to get your views. You always comment on that, so I would love to feature some of you guys in a video on this channel. Yeah, just something that I thought of, guys, that maybe you guys would be interested in, you know. So let's go to the chat. I've seen a couple of you guys. Oh god, look, hang on, give me 2 seconds. I'm kicking the kids' toys and they're going off on that. I've seen some of you guys have been writing comments on that in the chat, so let's have a quick look. So we've got LSM in the building. He says he should, so that's about Alberto Moreno starting. Yeah, so you are under the illusion that Alberto Moreno should start this game, pretty much the same as me. I do get why people are like jumping all over Moreno because of his bad performance, but on the other hand, it will seriously kick him while he's down, won't it? Let's face it. Xbox says, NA, we need to get a better goalkeeper. We need to put Lallana on his decent instead of Henson. Oh, so put Lallana on instead of it. So drop Henson for this game against Chelsea. Play Adam Lallana, you say. So that's interesting, mate. That's a shout. But then would you play Emre Can as a holding midfielder? Just let me know what you think on that one. LSM says, if Moreno doesn't play tomorrow, all his confidence will be gone. Yeah, 100% LSM. I do agree, mate. Like I said in this video, Xbox is saying something to Jane, which Jane's message has been deleted, so it's irrelevant anyway. Xbox says we need Lallana. Yeah, I can't wait to see him back playing for Liverpool, but I can't help but think that maybe he's not fully ready yet, which is why we're not seeing him feature. You know, and Klopp doesn't want to ruin it. We've got a lot of games coming up, so Lallana coming back will be key for Liverpool, won't it? Ferno says, hi Daz. Hi Ferno, how are you? Thank you for joining me on the stream, buddy. Ferno, Moreno should play against defensive teams and Robertson should be played against attacking teams. See, that's a good shout, right? I do like that comment, Ferno, right? And I'll tell you why, because something that I thought is maybe when Liverpool are chasing a goal and chasing a team, Moreno will be fantastic because he's probably our best left back going forwards. Robertson's really good with his delivery in the box, so that's a shout as well. But do you not think that maybe James Milner is probably our best defensive left back? We haven't seen enough of Robertson to tell yet, but just something, would you play Milner or would you play Robertson? Just let me know. Like I say, Robertson hasn't had much game time, but Milner was better defensively than what Moreno was last year, so it is something to look at. Shamesh is in the building. Welcome, Shamesh. I wouldn't start Moreno, but I guess you have to, as Robertson confidence must be broken not being on the bench, and Robertson has complained about how Klopp is not giving him chances. Yeah, that's what I mean. Just by bringing in Robertson doesn't mean we're going to get more consistency at left back, you know. It doesn't mean there's going to be an improvement. It may be a confidence boost for Robertson. Say, you know what, you're coming in, here's your chance. I told you just got to keep doing what you're doing in training and prove yourself, and as soon as you get your shot, take it. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not too sure there. Mitchell's in the building. He says, I think so. 20 good games and 1 bad. We need to stand by him. Exactly, Mitchell, mate. I think a lot of people, this is what's going on with Liverpool at the moment. And a lot of people watching Liverpool have been better recently and been more consistent. We have one half of football, not even one game, but one half of football where we draw, we don't even lose, against a team that hasn't lost at home and have got a really good record at home for a long time and are hard to play against their ground. You know, like, you've got to look at it like that. One half of football has made everyone say that Liverpool is the worst team on the planet again. I'm still bitter about it. Don't get me wrong, I'm very, very bitter. But because of Liverpool's consistency levels, because of how they keep letting us down in games and that here, there and everywhere, Liverpool haven't been terrible this year, but we've had a few really terrible games. And that is what people remember. You know, if you do loads of things good in your life, right, and then you do one thing bad, people will remember you for that one bad thing that you do. And that's pretty much what's going on with Liverpool at the moment and the players, you know. Fernando says Moreno excels against defensive teams but panics against attacking teams. Yeah, exactly. Fernando Robertson would be better against the PSG rather than Moreno. Yep, that's a good shout there. Mitchell says, as long as we have Mane, Salah and Firmino up front, the rest of the team can take care of itself. Exactly, Mitchell. I mean, this is what I want to see from Liverpool. I want to see two holding midfielders. If we're winning a game, I want to see the two left and right backs tuck in, stay back, don't overcommit. You've got two holding midfielders in front of a back four then. That's your defensive shape. And that's what Liverpool need to learn to do. We were still pushing up a left or right back in that game. We were still overcommitting players. When we finally was on the ball, we was getting caught out because there was too much space in behind because we were trying to push up too quick on the counter. It didn't work. There was no need to do that. If you're winning 3 goals, 2 goals, you know, even 1 goal, just sit back, let them overcommit, and if you see a chance, let your front 3 do the damage. He says, although I have a suspicion about Lallana and Coutinho will start. Lallana, Chan, Coutinho needs to be our midfield. That's a really good shout there, mate, as well. Chan as a holding, Coutinho and Lallana as the attacking 2 would be good. But like I say, I'm a little bit weary of going with 2 attacking midfields. I'd rather see 2 holding midfields just because of the confidence at the moment is going to be shattered from the last game. Shemesh Mane will start 100%. It's interesting because if you look at it on paper, Mane is one of our best players, so why would you drop him? But I'm just saying, you've got to be careful with Mane because of the injury. If he starts this game, Shemesh, and then is out for this busy period that we got, everyone would regret it, wouldn't they? You know, so I'm just looking at it that way, mate. Just a different kind of spin on it from me. Ferno says, Oxchan, Coutinho should be our midfield. Not sure if Lallana will be 100% fit. Yeah, I'm not too sure on Lallana at the moment myself. If we finish second, we would probably get PSG. Yeah, I think whether we finish first or second in that group, either way, you've got to beat the best teams. If you want to go on and do well in the Champions League or you want to win it, you've got to come up against some of these best teams at some point. So, you know, who cares really, innit? If we're going to win it, we need to take them on either way. Ferno says PSG and City are the best teams in the world on current form. City are blitzing people and PSG are the same. So, I can't disagree with you there. Lion, welcome to the stream, mate. We won't lose versus Moscow at home. A draw would be ideal to get second place. Yeah, I can't see us losing. It's just a confidence thing, isn't it? You know, when Liverpool should be beating games at half-time against Sevilla, you would have looked at it and gone, well, we all did pretty much. This game's to bed. You know, we wouldn't have looked at it and gone, we're going to drop points in this game. So, I don't want to be too cocky, but we should be winning that game. They drew against Maribor. Liverpool smashed Maribor. You know, it's just one of them things. But it's Europe, and we never know what goes on in Europe, you know. Ferno, if we lose and Sevilla win, we are in Europa League. I can't remember exactly how it works or whatever, but basically we need to win the game to make sure we definitely do go forward from the group stages. So, yeah, it is a must-win game. It's just interesting that a lot of the top teams could be finishing second in their group, so it's just what I was on about with that one. Shamish, if we lose, we'll get knocked out because of head-to-head. Right, there you go. So, anyway, guys, like I say, if you're not watching this live, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video firstly, and then secondly, leave your comments on everything that I spoke about in this one. I want to know your views. I want to know your starting 11 score prediction. Like I say, I'm going with a 3-2. I've given you my team that I think will play from what I think Jurgen Klopp will do, and also my views on everything. I've gone over a few of the points as well about Sevilla, so if you've still got something to say about that game, leave it in the comment section down below. Still be interested to get your views on that. Also, like I said, if you would like to feature on the channel, make sure to leave a comment. Let me know that you're going to be doing a video, and then send me the link to the video, and I'll be checking it out, and I'll pick one of you guys, and you'll be coming on the channel. Just whatever you want to talk about Liverpool related. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the Chelsea game or whatever. It could be about where you think is going wrong at Liverpool, what you would do with certain players, who would you like to see coming in January, for instance. Just anything, guys. If I like the content, it will possibly be featured on the channel. So just something to bear in mind, guys. But anyway, I'm going to shut it down there because I wanted to keep it under 20 minutes, and we're hitting that. So thank you to everyone that's joined me live. Remember, lads, thumbs up on the video. I'll be doing a video tomorrow anyway, speaking about what's coming out in the day. Stay tuned to the channel as well for more content, guys, because there are big things coming. I was meant to be doing a live stream yesterday with another YouTuber. It didn't pan out, but it will be coming, guys. It will be coming. So remember, stay tuned for that one as well. Take it easy, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your evenings. I've been on the bench.